yes.
Oh, yes. Welcome, everybody, to Triton Fights number 15.
We are here. Looks like we're in the dark. We're in a dark cave right now. This is the Paramount Theater. It's wonderful, wonderful over here. What a venue, Jesse. What do you say?
I'm excited. Listen, I think the Paramount is probably the best Triton Fights has ever done. But listen, this is Triton Fights. They do great wherever they are. It doesn't matter if you're at the Paramount Theater or the space at Westbury. It doesn't matter because you've got epic fights, epic fighters, a great production, and I have absolutely nothing to complain about.
Yes, don't be discouraged by this. It's going to get crazy over here. There's going to be an amazing event.
Yes.
Triton Fights 15. I cannot wait. Jesse, how pumped are you? 1 to 10.
I'm so fucking ready.
Whoa,
I'm ready. I mean, fucking, like Conor McGregor would like to say. Ready for some fights going on tonight.
Island, New York. Sanctioned by the National Sport Kickboxing Association. 12 fights between 24 of the finest MMA warriors will be locked inside the cage in a contest of champions. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Fight fans, are you ready? Live from the beautiful Paramount Theater, this is Triton Fights.
All right, look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's ISKA staff, ISK event supervisor, Tom Scanzo. Referees, Chris Wagner, Chris Molina. Judges, Anthony Andreossi, Mohamed Ahmed, Alexius Phoenix, Marcel Varela. Our inspectors of the evening, Johnny Isaac, Pasquale Chiquito, David Rose and Kenny Vasquez. Our timekeeper, Leo Rodriguez. Also our scorekeeper, Leo Rodriguez. Our doctor on hand, Dr. Matt Heller. Without further ado, our first bout of the evening. Help me welcome from the blue corner, Jake Finelli.
What an event here. This is unbelievable. The best presentation I've ever seen, Jesse, before at Triton Fights. What do you think?
The absolute best. I'm so excited for the fight tonight. In fact, I do want to mention, even though we are covering the preliminary fights, the second fight of the card, Devin Mollberg versus Aris Mustafa, has been scrapped for the night. Hopefully we'll get some insight as to what happened there. Unfortunately, there has been no comment yet as to what occurred. But let's hear from our announcer as far as who...
All right. So let me know in the chat with the ones if you hear us wonderful, wonderful right now. We'd love to know if you could hear us as we are here, cage side at Triton Fights number 15. Drop the ones in the chat.
This is going to be a pretty exciting night tonight. We've got Ryan Gerena headlining the card once again. Everybody knows who Ryan Gerena is by now. This guy is a monster inside the cage, an undefeated fighter. He's an incredible BJJ artist. The guy has heavy hands. He likes to knock his opponents out. But let's talk about the fight that's about to happen right now. Drew Hooper versus Jake Finelli.
Jake Finelli is in the cage right now. Jake Finelli looking all poised over here. He is an 0-0 fighter making his debut. Yes. And now we have Drew Hooper about to enter the cage.
Now, Drew Hooper does have one win on his record. He is fighting out of New York at 144 pounds. And this guy fights out of Renzo Gracie Academy, which is very interesting because we get to see a lot of potential ground game in this fight.
Now, live chat, we are here on the MMA-Holes. We see everything that's going on in that chat, so feel free to chat away and let us know how you feel about these fights. We will be bringing you to the Bleacher Report, link in the description. It's going to be a fiery night here at the Paramount. We have the MMA-Holes booth in full effect. Come by, say hi, and I cannot wait to see this fight.
Once again, Drew Hooper will be fighting out of the red corner, and Jake Finelli Out of the blue corner, Finelli is an unranked fighter right now, so he really needs to take a win here. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Andrew Hooper 1-0, Jake Finelli 0-0, 32 years old for Andrew Hooper. Jake Finelli coming in at 26 years old, 5'7" for Finelli, with a 2-inch height advantage of 5'9" for Andrew Hooper. Jake Finelli 142 pounds, giving Andrew Hooper that 3-inch advantage at 145 pounds.
This is exciting, Jesse. Still getting buttered up outside of the cage. Hooper looking to go 2-0 as an amateur.
I love this style when we see fighters coming crawling into the cage, kind of that animal instinct, you know, stating their ground and making their territory.
That's right. Maybe they'll piss on the cage too, you know? Mark the territory that way. PBR, thanks for the donation.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tiger Life Energy presents Triton Fights 15. Tiger Life Energy never tasted so good. This event is also brought to you by UnlimitedHomesRealty.com. #1 in buying, selling, and renting. RCG Mortgage. Contact Eric Ott at 631-774-1783. LI Live Cryotherapy and Wellness. Synergy Pro Wellness. Beyond Average. Framework Design Group and Repeal 18. The official after party of Triton Fights. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man weighs 145 pounds, standing at 5'7" tall, representing Bagwell Academy, fighting out of Milford, Connecticut. Help me welcome Jake the Believer Finelli.
All right, what do you think the nerves are?
His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing at 5'9" tall, weighing in at 145 pounds, representing Henzo Gracie, New York City, fighting out of Georgetown, Guyana. Help me welcome Drew the Wicked Hooper.
Now, very interesting this fight. The fight predictions for this are 87% in favor of Hooper over Finelli, even in his submission rate. So we know that Hooper does have a little bit of an advantage here on the ground and on the feet. A very well-rounded fighter we've seen so far with just 2 fights on his record.
Real Gamer, thank you for the donation. You are wonderful, wonderful. You're welcome too.
Let's keep in mind that these are novice rules, so we do have the shin pads present.
All right, here we go. Both fighters look ready to roll here in the first round. The first fight of the card, going for the takedown immediately. All right, so Finelli gets taken down immediately, and in his first fight, not where you want to be, Jess.
This is actually really good for Finelli, looking for that that first win here. Now, Finelli is on his back, unfortunately, but this is a chance for Finelli to show off that ground game that he has against Hooper.
Well, let's see how that works here. He's mounted right now.
Now, Hooper does fight out of Henzo Gracie, and his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is very prime. So it will be difficult, but a tough challenge to prove for Jake Finelli.
Man, oh man, up top, this is a bad spot. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in his first round, and plenty of time left. Trouble for the Finelli.
Now, we can see Finelli trying to work for any sort of opportunity to slip out of here, but when you're fighting against someone who's as profound in BJJ as Hooper is, it can be a little difficult to find that open area.
Looking to posture up for some ground and pound from the top. Finelli holding on for dear life here. And here comes a left. We have the action right in front of us right now here, Jesse. And I gotta say this does not look good for Finelli. Has 1 minute and 34 seconds left to try. Oh, and he spins him around inside the guard.
Incredible.
Finelli gets out of it, stands back up, and holy smokes. Nice job by Finelli getting out, but still in trouble as Hooper keeping it. Oh, man, drops the hooks in, now wraps around.
Now, Finelli really had a chance there to show off his ground game against a jiu-jitsu artist. Unfortunately, it looks like Hooper is spreading him out a little bit here.
Big
Not
trouble
looking
here.
good for Finelli.
Hooper going for the neck. Let's see what Finelli can do here. Try to fight the hands, try to stay alive. And there's the tap. It is over.
Wow.
Holy smokes, Hooper gets it done, makes it look easy in the first round.
I'm telling you, you fight someone who's that good in jiu-jitsu, it's always a tough fight for the opponent. Always a tough fight, especially on the ground. Well, congratulations to Drew Hooper.
Not the night for Finelli. Not the night, but Hooper gets it done 2-0.
Listen, we all got to start somewhere. Jake Finelli started somewhere. You know, this doesn't mean that this is going to be his only loss, but this will certainly not be a missed opportunity for a win down the road.
Hooper looking very confident in this first round, getting the job done, and look at this, man. Gets on the back, makes it look easy. Finelli trying to cover up. Hooper goes for the neck over there. And Mamma Mia! Oh, I'm sorry, was that Mauro Ronaldo? There's the tap. Mauro Ronaldo!
I think that was quite the impression there, Moss.
90 people, welcome to the Holes here. This is Triton Night Fights number 15.
We've got our beautiful ring girls in the cage tonight, promoting Tiger Life and UHR Real Estate.
Man, what a way to start it. One fight, one finish. That simple. They're taking the pictures, and here is the official announcement over here. Welcome to the jungle, Jesse.
I'm feeling it, Moss.
What's up, Flatter, Deacon, Drunk Savage, D-Rest, Sean Hart. What's going on? The dude, Heavy Micro Grow.
And here we go with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Chris Hurricane Wagner, has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes of the very first round via rear naked choke with your winner, Drew Hooper.
There you have it. Drew Hooper takes his second win in his MMA career. And I have a high feeling about Hooper. He shows a lot of skill there on the ground.
Oh, listen, I thought Kenshiro was not able to make it to this event, but here he is announcing it. Unbelievable.
Shout
Kenshiro,
out to the MMA-Holes community there. Now, I do have to say, Moss, I did mention it previously, the second fight of the preliminary card has been scrapped. We are unsure why at this point, so we will be skipping Devin versus Aris Mustafa and moving on to Desmond Towns versus Eli Evangelista. Now, this is a lightweight bout, also novice rules, so we will be seeing those shin pads in a round or three 3-minute rounds here.
Now,
very excited to see this fight.
I'm looking at Chris Machi, Jesse, and I tell you what an outfit. He's got the jacket, the blazer with the gold chain around his neck. He's got the, it looks like not prescription glasses on. Wait until you get a look at Chris Machi. Holy smokes.
Always looking swole out there, Moss. Let's talk about this fight real quick. Jesse Damion is 1-0, 0 losses on his record. He did luckily take that win in his first fight. Also, both of them fighting out of New York, 152 pounds for Jesse Damion. Desmond Towns, on the other hand, fighting out of AMA Fight Club, and he is 0-0. This is an unranked fighter looking to take the first win of his MMA career.
All right, the Bleacher Report is where the main card is going down, but the MMA Holes are taking you there on this channel, so check the link in the description when we're done.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we wait for our next fighters, please refrain from flash photography.
Oh, shit.
One more time, please refrain from flash photography as it bothers the fighters and the referees in the cage.
Moss, put your camera
Ladies
away.
and gentlemen, please make your way to the bars and to the food concessions as we wait for our next fighters.
Now, while we wait for the next fighters, I would like to take a look at the main card, Moss, if you want to take a look at that and talk about some of the fights that you're looking forward to seeing.
Sweetly, Jesse. Quite sweetly. No, that's not professional.
Now, our main event, Ryan Gerena, like I said, we've seen him in the octagon before, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him go pro here very soon. What do you think, Moss?
Well, I think I wasn't paying attention. What'd you say? Say it again.
Well, we're talking about Ryan Gerena. No worries, Moss. Sometimes you get a little captured by everything going on around here.
It's the Tiger Life symbols being waved around. It's distracting.
What do you think about Ryan Gerena going pro?
Listen, Ryan Gerena is pretty much the face right now of Triton fights. This man at the top of the card is going to be, I mean, the crowd is going to be electric as usual, and going pro, it's only right. It's only necessary for him to go pro. But we can't sing his praises too much because his opponent, Jonathan Piersma, I probably said that wrong, but is 6-1. And you got to get past that before you talk about anything else. So Ryan Gerena, I think, has a very bright future, but he has a tough task ahead of him tonight on the main event.
Now, I do understand that at the weigh-ins for Kareem Kline's fight against Victor Mena, There was a little bit of heat there, so it's going to be interesting to see the animosity in the ring tonight.
Into the blue corner, Aris Mustafa.
Here
I
we
like this
go.
announcer. I kind of like him. If I was a homosexual, I would be all over him, Jesse. Is that wrong? No?
Now, it's interesting, the announcer did just call Aris Mustafa into the cage, but from our understanding, this fight was scrapped.
Uh-oh.
Making his way into the blue corner, Eli Evangelista.
Oh, here we go. There was a misunderstanding on calling out the fighters. And it looks like Eli Evangelista is coming out to the cage right now. So we were correct. There was a scrapped fight, the second fight. This is not Aris Mustafa versus Devin Mollberg. This is Eli Evangelista versus Devin Towns. Evangelista making his way into the cage right now. Now, these are two unranked fighters here, but according to Tapology, Jesse Damion is supposed to be fighting Desmond Towns. So it's very interesting. Desmond Towns is actually fighting Eli Evangelista, who's also an unranked fighter fighting out of Renzo Gracie here in New York. Both of these fighters looking to make their wins tonight.
Making his way into the red corner, Desmond Towns.
Desmond Towns has an audience showing a lot of respect for him tonight. You can hear the cheers. It looks like there is a lot of backing, a lot of support for Towns tonight. Fighting out of AMA Fight Club. This is a lightweight prelim.
All right, so two fighters, no wins, no losses here. So someone has to, deal must go tonight, Jesse. If that makes any sense.
I'm not sure that does, but
Deal must go.
yeah.
Towns versus Evangelista.
Yes, Eli Evangelista.
All right, let's watch this, let's learn. Let's all learn together like a big happy family.
Now, I gotta say, the walkout song to Desmond Towns is rather admirable. I'm a big fan of this type of music.
You're a big fan?
Big
Would you like
fan.
to dance with me right now as he walks
I
into
would
the cage?
very much love to, Moss. Thank you for asking.
All right, let's do it.
Once again, Evangelista will be in the blue corner, Desmond Towns in the red.
So people are saying the empty seats. No, we have a sold out house here. We are in the prelims, and this place is about to pack up. Sold out event at the Paramounts. It's gonna be crazy tonight here. This is the first time ever that Triton Fights has been at the Paramount. And wait until you see when we get into that main card. Watch how many asses you'll be seeing in those seats.
Now, if you want to watch the main card, it is on the Bleacher Report Live. Make sure you guys check the link in the description. It'll send you right over to where you need to go to watch the main card live. You will not want to miss it. There is a lot of fire fights on the card tonight. Kareem Kline has a lot of animosity towards his opponent, Victor Mena. A lot of stuff went down during the weigh-ins. We also have Ryan Gerena, a beast inside the octagon, fighting Jonathan Piersma. Andrew Stock, another great fighter, fighting an undefeated Armando Gjetja. We have a lot of Renzo Gracie fighters fighting tonight, a lot of BJJ artists, a lot of fighters who like to stay on the ground. So it's very interesting that they make these fights actually very exciting.
I am incredibly excited. I can't contain myself. In fact, I can't even stand up, Jesse. I'm so excited right now.
You can't stand up because?
Well, I don't know if I can say why. I just can't. I can't
All right,
stand up
fair
right now.
point, Moss, fair point.
It's, this is a family show.
Yeah. Now, I can't stop looking at how beautiful the ring girls look tonight. Very gorgeous.
Well, here we are at the Paramount. Look at that.
It looks like we got a new ring girl in here.
Yeah, it's a new girl inside the cage. We haven't seen her before. Tall
Very
and
pretty.
lanky, looking nice with the Paramount Theater. This is the first time I've ever been inside the Paramount. This place has a lot of history with the bands, the comedians. It's actually insane that Triton Fights puts together a show at this famous venue.
I'll tell you what, this venue is something I cannot complain about. An incredible promotion they're putting on right now.
Now, there is no fluke off. Oh my goodness. We have people talking to us right now, and it's like a voice from God. All right, here we go. The crowd is getting excited over here as we have a long Long walkout. How long is this walkout over here?
It is taking a little bit of time for Desmond Towns to get into the octagon right now, but he has made it, and he is getting ready, getting his face greased up, saying thank you to his team, giving his respects, getting ready to walk in there. So it shouldn't be long now. Let's take a look at the tail of tape here. Desmond Towns and Eli Evangelista, both 0-0 fighters, unranked, looking for their first win of their careers here. Desmond Towns is 25 years old, followed by Evangelista, who's only 19. So we've got a 6-year difference here. 5'7" is Desmond Towns, 5'2" Eli Evangelista, 155 pounds for Desmond Towns, 155.5 for Eli Evangelista. It looks like we have a little bit of a reach advantage here for Desmond Towns as well. So that's something that we can definitely see aided in a fight. And look at them.
A lot of respect over here by the two fighters. And
huge respect.
I have a feeling Towns works out. There's just something.
Now, I got scared for a minute. I thought he was going to go attack him.
Contact Erica at 631-774-1783. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man weighs 155.5 pounds. Fighting out of Brazil, representing Henzo Gracie Academy. Help me welcome Eli Evangelista.
Showing off the ink, Jesse.
Fighting out of the red corner. This man stands 5'7" tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Morristown, New Jersey, representing AMA Fight Club. Help me welcome Devin, the Boy Towns.
All right, people are pretty hyped up over here for this fight. This is only the second fight of the evening. And we are about to see some fisticuffs, Jesse. You pumped?
Here we go. Getting ready to start round one.
Ref standing in the middle of the Tiger Life Energy logo, putting his arms out saying, wait a second, until I tell you to go. You got to think the nerves are through the roof. Looking at Towns. Towns is looking up. He looks very nervous, and Evangelista touches gloves with him, and we have a round number one.
Now, you can't help but remember the respect they showed before this fight started.
Oh, the respect is out the window now. Does Muscles win? Does the beautiful tattoo win? Let's find out here.
It looks like Towns is really going to go for that takedown there.
And he gets it. Towns gets it, but Evangelista back up quick. Says, you're not going to hold me down on the ground that long. Towns pushing against the fence.
Now, he's got to be careful here on the ground. He is fighting someone who does fight at a predominantly jiu-jitsu-focused gym.
Towns trying to use that strength against the fence. Evangelista fighting him off. Evangelista trying to put the back on there, having the leverage, and then here comes some rights.
Now, if anyone is going to have the defense here with the takedowns in the ground game, it's going to be Evangelista.
Towns backing up in a nice leg to the body.
You can just hear the impact coming off of Towns' legs.
Yeah, Towns definitely packs some power with those muscles, but a leg kick by Evangelista. Once again, novice rules, as these amateurs are making their debut fight, and you are watching along with us.
Now, it's great to see that regardless of the respect and friendship that goes on outside of the cage, inside they still are in it to win it. They're still in it to take home that win. Inside the cage, it just doesn't matter.
Oh, the right lands after a flurry. Towns goes, Towns with the dump.
Incredible power shown by Towns here.
Towns gets buckled and then goes for the dump, says, let's go to the ground.
I got worried for Towns there for a minute. It looked like he got knocked down.
Now Evangelista on his back, Towns side control. And let's see if Towns can get something done here with 1:12 left in the first.
Towns has to be real careful on the ground here against Evangelista because from my understanding, Evangelista does have some excellent ground game and he can easily turn this around on Towns at any moment.
Well, side control domination over here as Evangelista is trying to use the cage to roll around and buck him off.
Now
Towns strong.
This is incredible side control we're seeing. Unable to move Evangelista from where he's at right now.
This guy Towns, man, I'm telling you, we're cage side over here. His thighs are like tree trunks. This guy is just pure muscle. Evangelista is going to be in trouble here. But Evangelista trying to get back up, and he does. Towns putting pressure on the back of the head. Evangelista flips the script, pushes to the cage. Now Evangelista trying with a lower center of gravity, trying with the underhooks to get shit done here. And that's right, I said shit because we're on the MMA Holes, Jesse. And we can say shit.
Now, good job by Towns there trying to lock the fingers in that clench and slips right out of it.
Cardio is going to be something to look at here as this round has wound down. Evangelista fired up.
It's just incredible. You know, you see that respect in the beginning of the fight, and then it's pure fighter instinct after that. The moment those doors lock, the moment that bell rings, they're just in it to kill each other.
So how about Evangelista there? Flipping the script, showing a lot of energy at the end of that round.
Let's take a look at this replay here.
And yeah, there's the combination, and Towns gets dropped and then comes in for the takedown. Now he does get that takedown here, Jesse. Has a lot of time on the side. A lot of power shown by the Towns.
They're showing the corner of Desmond Towns right now. And he's looking all right, he's looking calm, he's looking ready to go. I can't say the same for Evangelista. It looked like he was getting a little bit of a pep talk there, but he's still hyped up, trying to get the crowd hyped up. He's still ready to finish this fight, hopefully in the second round.
It's interesting, you see the excitement in Evangelista. You got that one round out of him, his first round, and now he's pumped up.
Absolutely.
He knows what he has to expect here. They touch gloves and they go again. Evangelista coming out swinging.
It is cool to see him coming out with the striking, as we thought that he was going to stay on the ground. He knows now where Towns excels in his fighting style, and he's trying to avoid that.
A couple of kicks coming in. Evangelista hits him with the left. Evangelista hunting right now, as he knows that first round, majority of it didn't go his way, so now he's coming out with a passion.
Now, we did see Towns drop Evangelista, or at least knock him down in the first round, so it looks to me, or I'm sorry, the other way around, so it looks to me like Evangelista is going to try and go for that chin once more, knowing that he can knock Towns down.
I see in the chat they're asking how many minutes. This is three 3-minute rounds. We're in the second round right now, and we have an interesting fight going on here.
It's interesting to see the hunt down from Evangelista here, because on the ground, we don't really get to see that from him.
Evangelista felt the power. He knows what he has to expect here, and now he comes in swinging. Oh, it's Towns.
Explosive shots.
Says stop with that fish swinging. Let's get this back down to the ground. Evangelista gets back up. Very nice job by Evangelista getting back up.
Now, we should have expected this by Towns, because he did show a lot of dominance in the first round on the ground, especially with the takedowns and taking the back. So we should have expected this, and I expect to see it again if this goes to a third round.
Slap a like on this video if you enjoy watching live fights on the MMA-Holes. Don't be stingy with those thumbs in the upright position. Work against the fence, the muscular man Towns. Every muscle's bulging out of his back, Jesse. It's unbelievable. Look at him. It's like a black Hulk. It's crazy. The gamma.
Evangelista looking to take some sort of dominance in this position by turning Towns around.
Evangelista putting the weight on that right arm as these two are tangoing, spinning around, knees exchange.
Now, we've seen where Evangelista excels in his fighting style, and I'm surprised that he's not trying to find a way to slip out at this moment and perhaps get this back in the center of the octagon or the cage.
Man, oh man, they are flipping around, landing shots to the body over here, battling for position. Evangelista gets backed up a little bit here as Towns trying to push. Nice job by Evangelista with the underhooks against the cage. Evangelista looks good so far in this second. I like the way he's fighting this one.
Here we go.
Towns hits him with a right. Evangelista eats it. They greet each other in the middle of the cage again.
Now this looks like it's where Evangelista wants to be. He's good at hunting Towns down with that striking.
More kicks to the body by Towns. Evangelista not slowing down here. Towns definitely was looking like he's waiting for that opportunity to get that takedown again as he's landing some more kicks to the body. Body shots by Evangelista pushing against the fence.
See how Towns wraps his hand around, or his arm around the neck there? It looks to me like he's gonna try and take the rest of this round to the ground. There's no doubt about it. He knows that that's where he's strongest.
We got ourselves a third round coming up, and I have to say this, I think we have a split fight, the way I look at it here. And going into a third round with a split fight, all you can think about is fireworks. The seats are getting filled here at the Paramount Theater, and we are only 2 fights in, Jesse.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, what an experience.
Both fighters wanting to go for that win. Just taking a picture over here. No big deal.
Don't mind us.
Now, it looks like Towns is doing pretty good. He doesn't look too gassed out on the bench there. Evangelista, on the other hand, I'm not quite sure. It's hard to tell at this point where Evangelista stands, but he looks like he's still ready, still pumped up, and I think he's really going to go for the finish in this fight.
Evangelista, big smile on his face, still got that pep in his step. I'm curious about Towns holding all that muscle. You know, you always wonder about the cardio, but here we go. High fives. Let's do this. Third round.
Evangelista once again hunting down Towns. Every time we see him on the feet, he's looking for that perfect opportunity to catch the chin. He's done it before in the first round, and there's no doubt we can see him do it again here in the third.
Nice kick to the body, but Evangelista grabbing the leg, pushing to the fence. Arm wrapped around his neck. Does Towns go for a guillotine here as Evangelista drives through it?
Does look like he could be in some trouble here.
Spun around to the fence. Towns gets the position. Evangelista trying to push him off, but Towns showing that muscle, going for the single leg against the fence. Towns pushing against the fence some more.
Now this is where Towns wants to be. He has to have that control if he wants to get any dominance on the ground. This is exactly where I think Towns wants to be.
Very interesting here as it could possibly go down to this third round as Towns is looking for that leg once more. Evangelista in trouble against the fence. Can he peel himself away? Fights away, cranks the arm, and thrown to the side by Towns.
Evangelista just yanks himself out of that.
Towns showing some power here in the third round. Evangelista still hunting though. Oh, a nice combination. Shoots by Towns inside the guard.
It almost looked like he got the side of his ear there and maybe could have rocked Towns before Towns went for that takedown.
Towns is willing to take the punches to get the takedown. We've seen this over and over again. And now Towns has the hooks. Oh my gosh. 1:30 left in the third round. Towns with the hooks in, Jesse. Not a good spot.
Looks like Towns was looking up at a time.
Evangelista in a little trouble here. Towns is trying to work for that neck.
Evangelista doing a good job fighting that arm there. Now, if he doesn't fight those hands, he could be in a lot of trouble. Good job by Towns spreading him out as well.
Evangelista trying everything he can to get out of this position. Can't win from this spot as Towns is looking for the neck.
Now, do you see how Evangelista keeps moving his arms upward, trying to stop Towns' arms from going around his neck? That's the best bet right now because Evangelista is in a very vulnerable position, turns himself around.
Spins out of it.
Wow.
Evangelista, 35 seconds left, gets out of the trouble.
Unbelievable groundwork finding himself in that half guard.
Well, that's interesting right there as Evangelista flipping the script, looking for a mount late in this fight. Only 24 seconds left. Can Evangelista get it done here? Towns in some serious trouble.
It looks like Evangelista is going to try and scoop that right leg over for a mount, but Towns is holding on to it for dear life with his legs.
This is going to be interesting going to a decision here on how the judges see this. Towns trying to get back up and the fight is over. Wow.
That leads us to a decision, but what a great fight. And look at Evangelista picks up Towns, showing the mad respect between the two. Clearly friends here, clearly no animosity between the two fighters, just a pure fight.
Let me know in the chat, who do you think won this fight, Towns or Evangelista? As they both throw their arms in the air. We get the respect over this.
Giving us that point, the I know you point.
He's gonna watch this one back and say, welcome to the cage. Now, I gotta say this, I do give the edge to Evangelista as they're showing some highlights here. Towns gets the takedown, controls a lot of it, but Evangelista landing on the feet, ending strong. I think the judges might go in his favor. What do you say, Jess?
This is a very difficult fight to call. You know, we got to see a lot of control time by Towns when he was on the ground. He did try to push a lot of pressure on Evangelista in the clinch, but on the feet, Evangelista did show much more dominance. You know, it looked like he knocked Towns down once and perhaps wobbled him a second time in that third round. So I think this is a very tough decision to call, and quite honestly, I'm interested to see what the judges choose here.
Now this is super interesting here that we see fighters in the early part of their career. You never know who's going to be the next superstar, who's going to be the next UFC Bellator fighter. We are seeing them from the very beginning, hatching from their egg. So enjoy the ride, MMA-Holes. Slap the like and join us on the main card.
There is our beautiful ring girl. In fact, this ring girl has, I don't even know her name yet, but she's been around forever. She's been here since the beginning.
OG ring girl with the Tiger Life logo. I never let it go. Whoops, did that just happen?
And here we go for the official decision of Desmond Towns versus Eli Evangelista.
Up in here. Just want to sing along to the Ja Rule, Jesse, you know? Up in here. You never see Joe Rogan do that, Jesse.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 3-minute rounds, we go to our judges' scorecard for a decision. All 3 judges scored this bout with your unanimous winner, fighting out of the red corner, Desmond!
Look at that. So Desmond does enough to get the win there, and hey, he had the control on the ground. That's what happened. Unanimous decision. Congratulations, Desmond Towns, for the win. First ever one inside the cage.
What a great win for Desmond Towns. This was an extremely close fight.
Correction.
And it looks like we have Wilson Grayjoni in there taking pictures. Another swole fighter from Triton Fights.
I got my wrong black eye there, Jesse. It was not Ja Rule. In fact, it was DMX. Correction. I cannot even believe I made that mistake.
Shame on
Complete
you,
Caucasian move by myself.
All right, we got the next fight coming up. Chris Cadet versus Miguel Bernasset. Now, we've seen these fighters here at Triton Fights before. Chris Cadet is currently 1-1. His last fight was against Aris Mustafa, who unfortunately we did not get to see fight tonight. But Chris Cadet did win against Aris Mustafa by a KO TKO. So we know this guy has hands, but he's also lost by KO against John Caldone in this fight previously. Now, Miguel Bernasset unfortunately is on a 5-fight losing streak. No wins on his record so far. His last loss came by Joshua Bellis by leg kicks, TKO. And that was with Triton Fights, and another Triton Fights loss before that against Andrew Hooper by submission triangle choke. So these are 3 3-minute rounds, also novice rules, a lightweight bout. Very interesting bout that they have put together here tonight. Chris Cadet fighting out of Elite Club Fitness, Miguel Bernasset fighting out of Team Bernasset.
Remember, the main card is going to be on the Bleacher Report. We have a link in the description. So when we shut this down, the preliminary is going to take you over to the Bleacher Report, link down below for free. Could you believe this, Jesse? Once again, Triton Fights is giving them free fights on the MMA-Holes and Bleacher Report. Crazy.
Can you believe it? Triton Fights, one of the best, if not the best promotion in the state of New York. And I gotta say, these guys put on one hell of a production.
All right, chat room, what's going on in this chat? Hope everyone is wonderful. Thank you for the donations, and thank you for joining us as they're showing the lovely ring girls once again.
This is our newest ring girl, actually.
I think Jesse is smitten by the new one here. What do you think, Jess?
She's very pretty. Listen, if I could look like her every day, I would.
You know what? If I could look like her every day, I'd be a woman. Well, it's debatable. I could be mistaken as a woman. I just have a beard to throw people off.
Yeah. You got to give credit to Triton Fights. Not only do they put on a good promotion, but they choose very beautiful women.
So I'm going to look in the chat real quick, and they're saying, wonderful, wonderful as always. Just show the ring girls. This is Drew Becker. Heavy Microgrow says, was that Turbo from Break-In? I do not know who that is. Can the ring girls start wearing G-strings? That's a great question. We will ask Triton Fights. Hopefully we can get that answer for you. I'm smitten by JBH, says David Flores. 0-5, what the fook? Well, let's talk about the 0-5 fighter. Actually, who's walking in right now, Jesse? You should know.
Well, usually the blue corner does walk in, so I have a feeling Miguel Bernasset will be the first to walk in tonight.
All right, well, here's the deal. Miguel Bernasset, we have had the pleasure of calling a lot of his fights over here on the MMA-Holes. And yes, he is 0-5. One thing we can take out of Bernasette is he is tough as nails. He is looking for his first fight here, and you might be able to witness it here live with the MMA Holes, but he has another tough opponent, a 1-1 Chris Cadet. Oh man, do we see 0-6, Jesse, or what do we see here?
Listen, I would love to see this man take a win tonight. I mean, I think any MMA fan would like to see a fighter on this type of streak take a win. He deserves it. He fights. He puts in a hell of a lot of work. It's just so unfortunate to see a fighter go this long on the streak with losses. But listen, this doesn't mean that he's a bad fighter. He's just, you know, maybe it could be his opponent. It could be his fighting style. It could be any number of things. So it's hard to critique from this side of the cage, but I'd love to see him take a win.
I want to give a quick special shout out to T-Man in the chat. What's up, T-Man? You are now wonderful, wonderful. You are famous, and now you are on Triton Fights. So shout out to T-Man in the chat.
And here we go. We're about to announce the first fighter walking into the cage for Chris Cadet versus Miguel Bernasette.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tiger Life Energy presents Triton Fight 15. Tiger Life Energy never tasted so good. This event is also brought to you by UnlimitedHomesRealty.com. #1 in buying, selling, and renting. RCG Mortgage. Contact Eric Ott at 631-774-1783. L.I. Live Cryotherapy and Wellness. Synergy Pro Wellness. Beyond Average. Framework Design Group. And don't forget to buy your favorite ring announcer a drink at Repeal 18, the official after party of Triton Fights.
Let's go. Sounds like George Takei over there. Oh my. Oh my.
Great voice.
I think he's one of the better ring announcers that we've seen here at Triton Fights. He's pretty good, very professional. He looks like Lyoto Machida and Kinshiro Ryu had a baby together.
He's got a very serious demeanor about him. And I think that's what makes the ring announcer. Now we are waiting, like I said, for the last fight of the preliminary card, Chris Cadet versus Miguel Bernasette, and then we will be moving on to a very lit main card. Now, a lot of the fighters on the main card we've seen before, and I gotta say, Triton Fights never fails to entertain when it comes to incredible fighters inside the cage.
Let me know if you're having a wonderful, wonderful time in the chat. You want to see more of these Triton Fights videos, let us know with the wonderful, wonderful right now, as here we are in the Paramount.
The first time Triton Fights has taken place in the Paramount Theater. Before we used to take place at the Space at Westbury, but no matter where we are, there's always an endless amount of people and always an endless amount of incredible promotion going on.
Come by, get your Tiger Life energy over here. Try it out for yourself. Tiger Life is booming, the best energy drink out there on the market.
Now I did just have Tito's and Tiger Life that they are serving over there, and I got to give a huge props to Tiger Life because they're doing an incredible job.
Come by and see my parents at the MMA-Holes booth at the Paramount. Shout out to Frank and Kathy making it go down. We got these two in the crowd. Look at them. Are they on a date or?
The dynamic inside the cage.
Cameraman, can we see who's in the crowd over here? Can we start saying all the celebrities in the crowd besides ourselves? Maybe
we'll start naming all of them for you guys.
That was Anthony Pettis and Sergio Pettis in the crowd.
It is cool to see the amount of people that show up in this crowd and you know, just want to see some good MMA fights.
Oh, here we go. Look, we got the tit cam. There we go, Jesse, the tit cam. The guy's like, hey, look at my girl's tits. Check it out. Now he gets up. Don't block her. Oh, here we go. Bill Gates.
What do you think, brothers? Bill Gates? Bill Gates and his brother.
This guy made the first Windows computer.
All in good fun, all in good fun. A great crowd that we have here tonight.
It really is a good event over here. Triton Fights is so much fun. They have a laid-back demeanor, but it's professional. So professional over here at the Paramount Theater. Fantastic job by Triton Fights. So what do you think, Jesse? Now, I'm going to put you on the spot. We've been at the Space multiple times, and this is our first time at Paramount Theater. Which one do you like better? Be honest with me. I won't tell anyone.
You know, I got to say, by it being a Triton Fights production, the area doesn't feel much different to me. You know, like it's just the fact that we are here, the feeling that you get from a Triton Fights event, the aura, the environment, the people, everything that happens here at a Triton Fights event, you sort of forget where you are. It almost feels like the space because it's you're so involved in the event itself. And that's how you know that you are with an organization that puts on an incredible presentation.
Yeah, it is a very nice venue over here and a very stacked card. They have a live performance. I don't know who it is. Who's their live performance? Okay, I saw them warming up and we should know who it is. But it looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic. So come down and listen to them. Wonderful, wonderful. Ryan Gerena, I can't wait to see back in the cage. Andrew Stock back in the cage. A lot of these names over here that you must look out for. 7-2, 6-0. Big Emmy careers, possibly going pro very soon. A kickboxing fight versus Puglia versus Garcia making their kickboxing debut. And look at this, sucking on the candy in the crowd, Jesse. They have delicious candy, it looks like, as well.
Candy?
I don't know. What is that?
It
What's
looks
on
like,
that
cotton candy. I don't know. What is that? Oh, something fell out of her mouth.
I don't know.
Something.
Come to Triton Fights where you can watch girls sucking on sticks.
I love this. Oh, here we go. A lovely couple going on here. Don't
Beautiful.
even know that they are on TV.
That's right. The new cast of the Jersey Shore is being casted here live at Triton Fights.
I love this. You know how they do those baseball ones where they talk about the people in the crowd? Very much like that. I feel that MMA organizations should do that much more often.
So a fun story, real quick, before the next fight gets going over here. We were told that someone that wants to kill me and threaten my life because of the last play-by-play. So shout out to that guy. Hopefully you know we're joking around, or are we?
We also have Sergio Rivera on the main card tonight. We've seen him fight a couple of times, Orlando Ortega. These are some really great fights that we're going to see, and I can't wait to see them. And the great part is we do have the MMA-Holes table. If you'd like to come visit us, you can actually see the fights from the table, which is great.
You can see it everywhere in this place. There's not a bad seat at all.
Not one.
You got the Tiger Life girls, you got the girls in the crowd. Everyone is here.
Here we go. I don't
Waiting
even
for some
think these ones know that they are on camera.
They need a mascot. They need the Tiger Life mascot to be doing somersaults in the cage, Jesse. What do you think?
Yeah. Looks like the announcer's flirting a little with the lovely ring girl.
What are you doing after the show?
I mean, how could you not? Look at her. She's gorgeous.
She's like, well, I got to kill some time. Let me mouth the words to this song and get your number.
He's starting to bounce around now. Look at him.
He's feeling it.
The announcer is feeling it.
I like his suit, looking swaggy as
ever.
All right, chat room, let me know where you're from in the chat, each and every one of you. Where you're from in the chat right now as we have a live stream going down on the MMA-Holes Triton Fights 15. We got Staten Island in the house, Valhalla in the house. That bitch just can't freeze his pulse. Michigan, what up, Michigan? Fresno, California, Jesse. West Coast represent, UK in the house.
Boise, Idaho.
Nice stuff over here.
Manchester, UK. Lone Star State, Vermont, Sweden, Sonoma, California, Dallas, the streets.
It's
Well,
kind of
welcome
cool.
from the streets.
You know, you got people from all over the world hanging out with us here. This is on Long Island. Triton Fights number 15.
Here we go. We're about to announce the next fight coming up. Chris Cadet versus Miguel Bernasset.
What's up, St. Louis?
Making his way into the blue corner, Miguel Bernasset.
All right, Mr. Bernasset back at it again. He is 0-5, but don't let that fool you, Jesse. He is looking for a win. He is looking for carnage. And does it happen tonight?
Now, I do have to say that 3 of the losses from Miguel Bernasset did not come from Triton Fights. One did come from one organization, and then one other organization for 2 fights before that. But the 2 that did come from Triton Fights, again, are Andrew Hooper, who we actually did get to see fight on the first fight of the preliminaries, and he lost by submission triangle choke. And then he took another loss against Josh Bellis by KO/TKO. So we know that this guy does have some weaknesses on the ground and on the feet, but don't let that fool you. He still has some power behind his hands, and I really feel that we might get to see something because he desperately needs to win in this fight.
It should be pretty fiery. I expect a lot coming out of Miguel Bernasset tonight, so I'm looking forward to this fight. And will he break the streak? That's what we're going to find out tonight. All right.
Here we go, Miguel Bernasset just entered the cage.
Hair looks a little shorter this time, Jesse, more aerodynamic.
To the red corner, Chris Cadet.
All right, Chris Cadet 1-1. Elite Club Fitness coming in.
Yeah. 1-1 is right. His last win was against Aris Mustafa, who unfortunately could not fight tonight. He won by TKO 2 months ago, and his loss before that came to John Caldone. He lost by TKO, and that was 4 months ago. So I feel that Cadet had a lot of time to really rebuild and really refocus on his skill and his fighting style, and perhaps bring something to the cage tonight that we haven't seen yet.
Now, there's no Fuku on Friday tonight, so feel free to drop a super chat. Link in the description if you want to drop a donation. Limited time left because we are taking you to Bleacher Report right after this fight. This is the last preliminary fight, and then we take you over to the Bleacher Report. Link in the description, all free, courtesy of Triton Fights.
Now, Chris Cadet is looking ready. He's got that grin on his face, getting checked out, and he's about to enter the cage right now. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Chris Cadet is 1-1, 0-5 for Miguel Bernasset. Cadet is only 24 years old, just coming into the game, while Miguel Bernasset has had 5 fights under his record at 29 years old. Chris Cadet is 5'8", while Miguel Bernasset only stands 1 inch taller at 5'9". Cadet weighs in at 155 pounds, Bernasset at 156 pounds.
All right, so the chat's making their picks. Bernasset or Cadet, who do you have in the chat? We're supposed to be professional, Jesse. We can't make a pick over here. We can just sit here and watch, right?
That's right, Moss. We can only tell what our expectations are in this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is brought to you by LI Live Cryotherapy and Wellness. Learn about Long Island's exclusive recovery circuit. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man stands at 5 foot, 9 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Mastic Beach, New York, representing Team Bernasset. Help me welcome Miguel the Wolf Bernasset.
There we go, fighting out of Team Bernasset.
Fighting out of the red corner, his opponent, standing at 5 foot 8 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds, representing Elite Club Fitness, fighting out of Queens, New York. Help me welcome Chris the Grim Wolf Cadet.
Uh-oh, Queens guy, Jesse. I don't know,
That's
man.
what I was just going to say, Moss. Got to give a little respect there for the hometown guy, but looking forward to seeing whether or not Bernasset is going to bring something else that we haven't seen tonight to perhaps get him his first win on his record.
I noticed the chat room is kind of getting fired up for the 0-5 Bernasset. It looks like they're rallying behind him. Do they give him good vibes, or does Cadet get his second win? We're going to find out right now.
Bernasset looked exceptionally calm in the beginning of this fight.
One thing you could say is Bernasset has more experience, right? He is 0-5, but he does have more experience.
Now look at the head movement behind Bernasset, and the footwork is very exceptional.
Cadet with the leg kick. Bernasset spins him around, knee to the body. Oh, the right coming in by Cadet. Bernasset pushing to the fence, spinning around both fighters here.
Now this could be a problem, Bernasset coming in swinging for the fences here.
They are not.
Cadet is not the type of striker that you want to really play with when it comes to that barrage of shots.
This is insanity over here. They are not playing around. They are literally just swinging at the bodies, swinging at the head. A nice right coming in by Cadet, and that seemed like it bothered Bernasset a little bit over there as he fixes his hair.
Perhaps a back of the head shot, maybe?
There's that leg kick again by Cadet. Nice kick to the body by Bernasset. They're not blocking the faces. Can be a problem over here. Bernasset looking over to the side and eats a leg kick again.
Now these are novice rules, so we do have the shin pads present. It looks like the ref did warn them for something there.
Oh, Bernasset eats another leg kick. That was a problem the last fight.
Now Cadet is coming in very focused. He is hunting down for the perfect opportunity against Bernasset.
Bernasset was pulling guard, wanted to play this on the floor. Cadet says nope.
That was a good move by Cadet.
Cadet coming forward with some jabs.
Now Cadet is a pretty exceptional striker here.
I'm wondering if a couple of those leg kicks, I wonder if one got through and hurt him again. That's what happened in the last fight, and he's pulling guard again. Now he does pull, and
it is clear here that Bernasette really feels he can stretch Cadet out on the ground, but it doesn't look good as Cadet holds him in half guard.
yeah, not a good position for Bernasette here.
It does confuse me a little bit. Why would he pull himself into a position like this? But perhaps he has something under his sleeve that we're not ready for. Here we go.
Going for the guillotine? Look at this. Oh, not much over here as of leverage. Cadet was going to let one go illegally, but says get back up.
That was a very quick reaction.
It looks like from Australia showing hard. Oh, damn, that does not look like it feels good over there as Cadet has landed a nice one. Cadet, the left by Cadet. Cadet with the uppercut. Bernasette in trouble over here in the first round.
Getting real wobbled over here.
Bernasette is greeting him with some punches right in front of us over here as they are hitting the body. Cadet hits him on the left and the right.
Now Bernasette is eating them, but I don't know for how much longer. It looks like it is taking its toll a little bit, slowing Bernasette down.
Oh, that landed on the chin, foot to the face, Cadet. Bernasette looking tired over here, eating a lot of punches and kicks, and another combination from the top.
Now Cadet might want to be careful if he puts in too much power in the beginning here, and it sort of slows him down a little bit, but it looks like Bernasette, of all people, is getting slowed. And that's the end of the first round.
Well, Bernasette stayed alive. That's how I'm going to put that one over there as Cadet was pretty comfortable and confident over here. Bernasette constantly trying to pull guard, and the Walmart Blake Griffin is in trouble.
That was an incredible round. I got to give it to him.
Now, it isn't pretty here in the first round, but I got to say, it's fun to watch.
Now, Cadet is looking a little tired over in his corner over there, huffing and puffing, but that means nothing. Let's take a look at this replay where Cadet drops a barrage of shots on Bernasette. Bernasette just eating them to the body. And Bernasette was trying to return some strikes of his own, but it almost looks like Cadet really got that opportunity there.
All right, Jess, what do you think should be the game plan for Miguel Bernasette right now, as that round was a rough one for him?
You're right, it was a rough one for him, and I think that if Bernassette's going to stay on the feet here because he knows Cadet's not going to play on the ground, then he's got to do something about that head movement and make sure that he can avoid those strikes as much as possible because Cadet is just landing bombs on him.
All right, here we go. We're going into the second round here. Bernasette versus Cadet. And we're going to take you to the main card after this on the Bleacher Report. Link in the description. Triton Fights 15. Round 2 fight. Cadet very light on his feet here, but Bernasette looking like he wants to get this to the ground as he comes in flailing.
Bernasette has to be careful here, coming in with that barrage of shots again. He just comes in swinging for the fences, and he doesn't protect his head.
Well, I got a nice taste of some sweat here, Jesse, sitting front row. Cage side over here, I should say. That felt delicious.
That was a nice right, though, landed by Bernasette, so we know that he has the ability to find that chin.
There's a nice leg kick by Cadet, hitting the thigh. Backs off from some striking by Bernasette. Resets, comes forward, hits him with the left. A couple of jabs coming out there. Cadet trying to hit him with the right. Bernasette with the hand up and eats another one to the thigh. Those leg kicks cannot feel good here. Oh, Bernasette giving one right back, saying I can do this too. Couple of uppercuts.
And it looks like Cadet's mouthpiece is about to fall out there. That's
bizarre.
Little weird.
How he has it hanging out of his face.
Yeah, I don't know what his intentions are there.
I don't know. Oh, there's the right by Cadet.
Wow, incredible power behind Cadet's hands.
So Cadet does look like he has the advantage on the feet here, but Bernasette not giving up. Bernasette coming in against the fence. Cadet spins him around. Bernasette says let's play on the floor. Cadet says no. Casual Vigo says more leg kicks, bro.
Now you can see the difference in the striking style here as Cadet waits for that behind the temple or behind the ear, on the chin type of strike, while Bernasette comes in swinging for the fences. He doesn't care where he hits them.
What I'm noticing here is the power of Cadet is not scaring Bernasette at all.
Not once.
So here in the second round, it looks like there's a little less gas on the punches, a little less oomph on the punches, I should say. And Bernasette drags it down to the ground and says, let's play here. Let's see what Bernasette could do.
Now,
Gets the leg high.
This is not where Cadet wants to be.
Could this be it, Jesse? Could Bernasette
get the triangle choke here?
Oh my goodness! Bernasette with the legs up high. Cadet says he is fine as he nods over to the ref.
Good job by Cadet keeping that right arm tucked under, making sure that there is not as much tightness around the neck.
The 0-5 fighter, holy smokes!
This is an extremely concerning situation for Cadet.
Bernasette trying to get it done on the ground. 35 seconds left in this round as Cadet is in trouble here. Bernasette trying to get tighter with that grasp around with the legs. Cadet seems to be fine. But is Bernasette going to be able to get this one done? 22 seconds left in his second round, Jesse.
Wow, Cadet is really hanging in there. Bernasette doing everything he can to tighten those legs around, but Cadet keeping that right arm in a tucked position.
Cadet's trying to go for the arm, it looks like now. Late in this one. Oh, Cadet gets out of it. Bernasette, how about that one?
What an incredible defense by Cadet.
Man. Well, there was some confusion on the floor between these two fighters over here, but Bernasette looking pretty good to end that round. We may have a split fight going into the third round.
I might have to agree with you there, Moss.
207 watching, hanging with the boys. Welcome to the channel. No Fuko Friday, but here is Bernasette trying to get the job done. Legs up high around the neck. Cadet telling the ref that he is fine.
Now you can see where Cadet was tucking that right arm in and trying to keep that gasp of air or that gap right between his arm and his neck, so Bernasette just couldn't get that restriction around the neck.
When Bernasette realized that he couldn't get it done, he went for the armbar late and not much, but let's see what happens. Listen, this is an Ami fight over here. It's sloppy but fun. I'm loving every minute of this as we are here in the third round.
Here we go, we're about to start round 3. Both of them looking a little more tired now. Especially Cadet, still huffing and puffing over there. Ooh.
Left coming in by Cadet.
Wow, both of them once again coming in guns blazing.
Nice body shots by Bernasette over and over again, landing on the midsection.
Now Bernasette is showing a lot of power over here. Perhaps he wants to really take this win home, his first win of his career.
Oh, the uppercuts by Cadet. Cadet drops him with the right. Cadet drops him with the right, and it is over. Bernasette down. Cadet gets the win, 2-1.
Unbelievable. Bernasette takes his 6th loss, unfortunately, and you can tell he is visibly unhappy about taking this loss. An unfortunate loss for Bernasette. But congratulations to Chris Cadet, once again getting a win on his record by TKO. And man, look at this knockout.
Watch this again. Here we go. They are clinched up. And
the
here comes Cadet with the body shots. And then hits him in the chin. Comes over with the right. More on the right. Bernasette can't handle it. The uppercut comes in again, and boom! There it is. They keep coming. Flurries of shots. Bernasette could not take it. Drops. And what a finish. What a finish, Jesse.
That was an incredible finish, Moss. And we are about to start the main card here after a brief intermission. But if you want to watch the rest of these fights, guys, join us on Bleacher Report. The link is in the description below. Head over there. You can watch the main card live. We're going to give you the official decision for this fight here. But wow, what an incredible knockout. What a way to finish the preliminary card.
I got to say this. Bernasette, you feel for the guy. He took this one into the third round. I felt he won that second round. He knows that this was his opportunity to get that W. Incredible performance, Bernasette. Listen, you left it all in the cage. We said you had heart. You showed it once again. You are 0-6, but that doesn't mean anything. It's a pleasure to watch each and every one of your fights. Look at that, embracing in the middle of the cage. You love to see that, Jesse, between these two.
It's always good to see good sportsmanship. Be humble in victory and humble in defeat, and that's the biggest way to get the respect as a fighter.
Congratulations, Chris Cadet. Fantastic finish in the third round.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee, Chris the Cannon Wagner, called a stop to this contest at 30 seconds into the third round. With your winner by TKO, Chris the Grimo Cadet.
There you go, 2-1.
Congratulations to Chris Cadet. Guys, I had Oh, go ahead, Moss.
I got to say this, Chris Cadet, you'll be seeing him on the main card soon. I have a feeling he's going to be bumped up to the main card in his next appearance. Congratulations, fantastic win, and this just gets better and better as we roll into the main card. Go for it, Jesse. I mean, I can't believe how fast that went.
I know, it goes by fast every single time, especially when there are fights that you know you're going to enjoy, guys. I had a lot of fun calling the prelims. I always have fun being here at Triton Fights. I urge you guys, if you are in the area, to visit us at Triton Fights. This time we took place at the Paramount. We could be at the Space at Westbury. It doesn't matter where we are. Come visit us. This is the best MMA organization you're going to find in New York. And man, Moss, these fights were incredible so far, and you're in for a treat if you join us on the Bleacher Report Live with the link in the description to watch the main card for Triton Fights.
It is always a pleasure. Thank you, Triton Fights. If you enjoyed it, slap a like, share these videos, and meet us over at the Bleacher Report.
Yes.
You're not going to regret it. It is completely free.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good to see you. We'll see you at the main card.
Bye, guys.
Niggas out in the fade, you niggas for myself, said and done. This nigga need better.